Wisconsin's Governor Scott Walker has now activated his state's National Guard. They're saying that this is in response to violent protests where at least 4 businesses have been burned and 1 police officer hurt in the violence. Over on Dabu 777, I put out video footage of the response from the brother of the victim in this, and also touched on how Eric has a new show running on Sundays, The Truth Lounge. They're running right now, and last night Eric and B were covering this event live the best they could for hours, trying to get the details and showing what footage they could. But at this point, they're calling in the National Guard, and people just kind of sitting back waiting to see what happens on a day-to-day basis here. It's kind of got the environment of what we saw in Ferguson and Baltimore at times. I mean, in both those places, they called in the National Guard and had them there on the front lines, even though they backed off in Ferguson. They had bus loads in Baltimore. And with lack of streaming on the ground here, it's hard to really get a good beat of what's going on. You know, this is one of the biggest walls we hit every time there's an event. We can never get somebody there on the ground quick enough to cover these events. If we've got things going on in Baltimore, they're protesting at the FOP. We got the situation here in Milwaukee. Any given day, something else can pop off. We got historic flooding going on in Louisiana. I mean, a lot of things going on, and all too often we have to sit idle. We can't get out there and cover it from the streets because of the funding. That's why we've got the Kickstarter campaign put together here to try to help fix just that. We could already have a guy on the ground, if that was the case, covering this, and that's the whole goal. Shout outs to everybody out there that's had our back and that believes in us. It's appreciated. And we're going to continue to work to try to get some kind of coverage on this because there's a lack of it. And if things continue there, we want to know what's really going on and where it's coming from. Now, I'll leave links also. Make sure to check out Eric M's channel. They have the Truth Lounge going right now. This is the FOP outside. They're arresting people right now. He's showing that live over on his channel. They got a good convo going over there. Make sure to check that out. That'll be every Sunday over on Eric's channel. And once again, thank you and a shout out to everybody out there that's had our back here thus far with this Kickstarter project. Much love.